You're scrolling through stock chat rooms, hoping to find that one edge, but most are just noise. I tested Trade Ideas, TheoTrade, and Investors Underground to see which actually delivers real-time alerts, expert guidance, and a community that doesn't waste your time. One platform stood out, but not in the way you'd expect. And if you stick around until the end of this video, I'll show you the feature that changed how I trade, and why it might matter even more than the chat itself. I've always believed that if you want to know what you're really getting into when choosing the best day trading chat rooms, don't just read the homepage. Dive into the reviews. And not just the glowing ones either. I spent a few nights buried in Trustpilot pages, Reddit threads, and community boards, digging into what real users had to say about these stock trading chat rooms. Let's start with Trade Ideas. One trader said he emailed their support team with some questions, and instead of real answers, he was just given a 15% discount. A few days later, he saw a 25% discount advertised on the website and felt a little uneasy, like they were desperate for customers. That made him back away. Now, I get where he's coming from. Discount jumps like that can feel sketchy, but honestly, from my own experience in marketing and subscriptions, discounts often change based on campaigns or seasonal promos, and I haven't seen multiple people reporting any shady tactics. On top of that, Trade Ideas holds a 4.7 out of 5-star rating. That's not something you earn if your platform doesn't deliver. One longtime trader said it pretty simply: wouldn't trade without it. He credited Trade Ideas with helping him find setups that no other scanner could, and mentioned their support team often goes out of their way, even making custom walkthrough videos. Another user called it the best subscription he'd gotten for growing his account. Sure, he admitted the software feels a little old school, but that's not a bad thing when it works. And the trading chat room? According to him, it's a goldmine of experienced voices. So, yeah, some people get turned off by changes in promos or outdated visuals, but when you dig deeper, Trade Ideas keeps showing up for real traders. Now, over to TheoTrade. One user mentioned having trouble navigating their website and said the login system gave them a bit of a headache. He chalked it up to the learning curve, but sounded a little frustrated. Honestly, I ran into a similar hiccup when I first signed up, but it took me all of like 10 minutes to figure out where things were after watching their welcome video. And from what I've seen, that one issue doesn't come up again and again. Their rating sits at 3.9 out of 5, which tells me it's solid but still evolving. That said, some users absolutely rave about TheoTrade's community. One trader specifically mentioned Brian Axelrod, calling him the best reversal trader he's ever seen, and praised the live chat room for its constant education and trade guidance. According to him, it's head and shoulders above most. Now let's talk about Investors Underground. A disappointed user said the day trading chat room lacked real education, just a scattered collection of videos and a daily stock list. He felt let down by what he saw as a lack of structure and real teaching. That's a fair point. If you expect a step-by-step course out of the box. However, IU isn't trying to hold your hand. It's built more like a community of active traders sharing real-time ideas and alerts. That's the value. Another reviewer backed that up by saying IU gave him the macro perspective that he was missing. After spending 3 years in a different chat room, he switched and said it made him a more consistent trader. He even mentioned that he wishes he'd joined IU stock chat room first. If you're still watching, I know you're not just here for the drama, so you want to know if these best trading chat rooms actually work. Let me just walk you through the features that made each of these stand out. With Trade Ideas, what really blew me away wasn't just the scanning tech or the AI tools. It was Barrie's live trading room. This isn't your average stock Discord with emojis and hype posts. Barrie Einarson, a seasoned trader, is actively walking through trades, narrating setups, and answering questions live, and helping people spot opportunities in real time. And there's a small crew in there, including Chris, who really adds depth. This isn't a hype-filled Discord. It's methodical, it's calm, and it's informative. And the best part is that it's free. You won't be paying extra to have access to their chat room if you're already a Trade Ideas subscriber. That's wild, considering most Discord's rooms and day trading chat rooms charge like $80 plus a month for far less. I personally spent hours in Barrie's room and saw traders getting real-time feedback, strategy tweaks, and market context that really made a difference in their decisions. Now, yes, Trade Ideas is still best known for their powerful scanner. You can customize filters, set ranking logic, and spot high-probability trades quickly. For example, I set up a pre-market gap scanner, and I caught 2 different setups that paid off really big that day. The chat room gave me confidence to hold those positions longer because others were seeing the same thing. That kind of confirmation matters. Next up, TheoTrade. TheoTrade's edge is education. Their live trading room is less about hype and more about really understanding. I sat in on sessions with Don Kaufman and a few others, and let me tell you, it's like shadowing real pros. They walk through their decision-making, explain the why behind the trades, and encourage real-time questions. Until most trading chat rooms I've used in the past, their room is structured and accessible throughout the trading day. And what's even more helpful is that they archive every single session. So, even if they can't, help you live, you're busy, you can't really do it live. You can actually go back and watch key lessons on your schedule. As someone who juggles multiple screens and, real life in between, that archive was clutch. Finally, Investors Underground. Now, this one is a bit different. It feels more fast-paced, like a trader's war room. The chat room isn't just social, it functions like a hybrid of scanner, alert system, and news desk. New trade ideas are popping up constantly, and everyone's contributing. I especially liked that the moderators weren't just pushing trades. They answered questions, explained their thought processes, and gave people options. But okay, let's look into some downsides of these best stock chat rooms. Nothing's perfect, right? There's got to be something wrong. Okay, well, with Trade Ideas, the learning curve, I think, is real. If you're new to scanners or customization, it can definitely feel like a lot. But for me, after about, just a week of poking around and watching some tutorials, it clicked. And once it did, total game changer. TheoTrade's biggest drawback, it leans heavily on options trading. If that's not your jam, you might feel a little left out. But even then, the broader market education and strategy breakdowns still gave me an edge. As for Investors Underground, it can feel overwhelming at first, especially if you're used to more basic chat rooms. But once I got a feel for who to follow and how to filter all the noise out, it became a core part of my trading routine. Bottom line, these downsides are more like adjustments. They didn't stop me from using any of the platforms, they just helped me understand what to expect. But what do these stock chat rooms cost? All 3 of these platforms are priced where you'd expect top-tier tools to be. If you're just testing the waters, some of the platforms might feel a bit expensive. But when you consider the kind of mentorship, tools, and real-time education they provide, I think the cost is more than justified, especially if it helps you avoid just one bad trade. To see exact prices and any current promos, check the links in the description. I'll do my best to keep those updated. So, which stock market chat rooms actually work? After testing all 3 stock market chat rooms, if I could pick only one, I think I'd go with Trade Ideas. It's not the flashiest, but between the powerful scanner and that voice-narrated chat room that actually teaches you as you trade, I think, I think it's worth it. But the truth is, all 3 platforms offer something valuable. It really just depends on what kind of trader you are. Remember to check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.